enter stage right. Our little band is getting along fairly well here in the crossings, despite, being stabbed and nearly killed, but them's the breaks. They've managed to thwart being thwarted, a little runaround as it were, and make their way back to the Moore House after one day has passed. But this time they have Sergeant Elise with them, not fully clothed in her guard gear for some peculiar reason or another. But I believe they've cornered the culprit of the disappearances in this old demonologist's lair. The only thing they need to do now is deal with it, for their own various reasons. Then again, someone may have something to do first. We'll find out shortly. Raise the curtains.
Okay, Alistair's like, while we're all prepping, Alistair's like, I had an epiphany, but I need your help.
An epiphany, huh?
You're familiar with some of the less savory folks, the people in Grievings. I was considering a little thing that might provide us some additional support, but I was wondering if you could find us an urchin that would be trustworthy to pass on a message. If you'd know of one. Specifically, we're well aware of a pair of rather, individuals who are specifically happy to give the boots to people if they're given the proper excuse. And I was wondering if you might know, some urchin that might be in need of a bit of copper coin to line their pocket, who'd be willing to pass on a message to those two guards that they may have seen a tall individual wearing a long coat walking into the Moore House, carrying a bloodied cat in a squirming sack. Because that would be a very good way to get us an additional 2 guards assisting us in our little endeavor.
Mr. GM, would Magulio by chance know anyone?
He might. He probably knows a few individuals, especially if he can provide them some greased palms. I mean, you toss a copper coin a lot of people's way, and they'll say whatever you like to whoever you like, especially in Grievings.
This is very true.
So, we need a pauper, an orphan, that's reliable.
Yeah, the problem is whether or not they're reliable. The issue is whether or not the message will be interpreted properly. But, I just have to phrase it the right way, and that usually gets a lot of people.
Yeah, and since we have a very good description for the guards we want the pauper to seek out, we can at least ensure that it gets to the right people. And they seem very, very eager.
Enthusiastic.
Oh, yeah, they very enthusiastically gave
Frank.
the boots. Multiple boots.
Am I the only one who doesn't like this plan?
Glancing over at Kai.
I'm down with this plan.
Just kind of look at Frank, look back to Alistair. I think you are.
Delilah? Any naysaying there?
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's just you, Frank.
I mean, they might assume that we're with the guy for no reason.
Oh, why would you think that, Frank?
We'll have Elise with us, however. And since Elise is a sergeant, that simply just means that... And we've already had an altercation with them, so they already know that we're not on the best terms with these individuals. So it should pan out in our favor.
Or they'll be like, you guys were with these guys before. It's a bit suspicious.
Oh no, it's the guy we beat up on accident.
I think you mean didn't beat up on accident.
Oh yeah.
Womp gas!
That's right. Swamp
Yes,
gas.
swamp gas. Yeah, so I'm perfectly willing to chip in 3 coppers, which should definitely ensure the message gets across. 3 coppers is a lot, I think, to an orphan from from Grievings.
Yes.
So,
That might buy them food for a while.
yeah. I'm also considering these expenses that need to be covered, but hey. Looking meaningfully at Tulio and like don't think I missed the whole mention of rewards.
Another glance at Tulio from Kai, like he's not a part of this.
Oh, that's a blatant lie.
I mean, he has his things, but he's not getting our money.
Remember, you did make an arrangement.
With you. And with Delilah.
Oh, I thought you were saying that Tulio wasn't
No.
wasn't getting the money. I was like, what the?
No.
No.
Tulio's allowed to.
They're just like, fucking Alistair better not. Like,
Because I'd say Tulio just kind of. Well, yes, there is some kind of reward money.
at the very least, I would expect the expenditures I've put forward towards the well-being of those present to be covered.
I take it, by the way, that you're all saying this before 7 p.m. while you're standing outside the house, right? Like,
Yeah.
This is long before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is long
no,
before
because
then.
we would have had time to, I guess, plan before we ventured outwards, and thus we can venture outwards and, find an urchin.
Now, here's the question. You do need, if you want to get the healing that you did last time, you do have to rest for 24 hours, basically uninterrupted.
Yeah, but we can talk and
You
plan.
can talk, yes. But the question is, how are you going to go out and find said urchin?
Because I can go, because I don't need to rest.
Ooh,
That's
you are
true.
correct. Yes, you
Yeah.
are correct.
And I have enough of a professional respect and etc. for Tulio that I'm like, yeah, okay, 3 copper, go.
Do my bidding.
Not quite. It's like, here, this favor.
Okay, so
Okay.
You may mark the 3 copper off your sheet if you haven't already.
I have.
All right.
So I will go out and try to find a trustworthy individual.
Well, you do happen to know of one orphan. He's everybody's favorite little panhandler, actually. His name is Cheerful Charlie. He can't talk, but he can write.
Was his tongue cut out, or is he missing all his teeth, or both?
He doesn't have his tongue. It doesn't look like it was cut out, though. If you actually, like, people have looked in his mouth, there's no, like, sliced off tongue or anything like that. He just doesn't have one. How he eats is beyond anyone.
Lots of apple pudding.
Possibly. But whatever it is, yeah, Charlie can't talk, but he does have enough of an education, apparently, to know how to write. And
It's actually
he is-
impressive.
And he is, excuse me. Well, I say he, but they. No one actually knows. He or she, depending on what they happen to be wearing that day, scoots around and delivers messages. They kind of panhandle. They do little jigs for people on the corner. They'll They'll silently act out little roles if they're paid to do it. Like, Cheerful Charlie is kind of a stand-up sort of kid. And thus a lot of people think that secretly Charlie is like there's all sorts of rumors. There's like Charlie is like a fae, or Charlie is like a murderer, or Charlie's a spy for like the criminal organizations. The criminal organizations, by the way, those of you who are in it can tell you, well, not anybody they know. Charlie is just kind of like that. Charlie just showed up one day and started doing what Charlie does.
But Charlie is trustworthy, yes.
Charlie is trustworthy. Charlie has not screwed over anybody yet, except for people who are doing terrible things. So, those people got screwed over. But
Like people who stab cats and drag them off into houses.
Quite. So yes, Tulio will go up to little cheery Charlie.
okay, well, Charlie says nothing to you, obviously. but
obviously.
turns around and one moment, let's check and see what Charlie is wearing today.
Charlie's a fine chap. Lynn.
Yes, indeed, Charlie is a fine chap today. Got a little horribly dirty and filthy and not in very good shape, but kind of a facsimile of a little suit on. It's more just kind of a vest jacket and a shirt, really long one. But turns towards you and taps their feet a few times and puts their hands out like they're like doing a ta-da.
Ah, yes, Charlie. I think I might have a job for you.
They nod and clap their hands twice.
Now then, I'll give you a description of a couple guards and a message to be delivered to them. Obviously, you can write it, of course.
He cocks his head.
Huh?
He cocks his head. Continue.
And after, as we set you on this, for your payment, I will give you a copper piece.
Just one. All right. So he holds out a hand, not a thumbs up, thumb to the side, so neutral at the moment. Then he lifts up his ear to listen to you.
I give the description of the guard and essentially mimic back what Alistair's words were, essentially like, we wish to tell the gods that we found a most awful perpetrator of some heinous crimes. We saw some 7-foot cloaked figure dragging a sack of some injured cat.
I actually will lean towards higher 6 foot when I pass it on to Tulio to pass on, just because it seems slightly more realistic and less like we're pranking the guard.
Some 6 foot something person wearing a cloak dragging or carrying around a sack with blood and terrible yowling of cats. Most most unsavory individual.
So hands clapped to cheeks, just a...
Oh my god!
And they shrug and kind of sweep a hand around at the various buildings around them.
At the Moore House.
Little pad of paper comes out. And the thumb goes from neutral to up.
Okay. Hand him the copper piece.
Scribbles out a message. And now, question. When he gave you the 3 copper pieces, did you add them to your sheet?
Not yet.
I shall add 2 then.
I had an expectation for that Sealy, but I was like, what would Alistair do? Sigh.
Okay. So, after giving the thumbs up and quickly sketching out the message in a legible enough fashion, he scampers off into the city. Now, this would have been last night, correct?
It would have been like either last night or the morning.
Okay.
I think we would have actually aimed it towards probably just when it's turning afternoon, because we would like to time it.
There wouldn't be like. Do you mean like you want them to deliver it this afternoon, so you only have a few hours for him to find them and deliver the message?
Oh, good point. Well, because if we deliver it too early, we know these guys. They will rush off headlong into there immediately.
And that's sort of the thing, is there's no guarantee that they're even around Grievings constantly. He's going to have to actually like go searching for these.
Morning, though. I think the morning. That gives them more time. And at the very least, it means there'll be someone to, find our bodies when we all die. I mean...
All right. Well, then, I'm going to see how long it takes for him to find them.
Because we're arriving at 7 p.m. So if it's early morning, that gives something like 13 hours, 14?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which means, let's see, so how long would it take for him to find them? All right. I have checked to see how long it would take him to find them. So, he scampers off.
We should have probably made sure to make a request that if he did find them, to deliver the message at a certain time. Oh well.
Oh well. Also, when Tulio comes back, he hands Alistair back 1 copper piece. I managed to talk him down.
All right. Down to 5 bits and 1 copper piece for you, and Alistair, I'm sure you can handle your sheet.
Okay. Ah, well, I suppose with that out of the way, we may as well resume convalescing so that we might be properly gathered for this expedition.
Okay.
Fun story.
Oh, actually, Alistair pops the vial out, and he's like, if you have time while you're running around doing errands, do you want to mind bring this to our teacher and seeing if he might know what it is? It's the potion.
I have time, yeah.
I mean, it would be nice if it's a restorative, since we found it in a priest's possession, but for all we know, it could also be poison.
Yeah. I will go and attempt to find teacher.
Alright, so...
Senpai, who noticed us.
Bye.
Oh, God, don't think...
Wow, I have to kill both of you.
I'll get there first.
Okay, I'll let you handle it.
Alright, so Tulio here heads, or Miguel, or whichever, heads back to Wizard's Peak. Now,
Magulio.
the place still looks as rickety as ever, like it's going to collapse onto you, no matter which way you approach it from. But, the door is closed as always.
Knock, knock.
Alright. And, after a moment, you can hear shuffling from behind the door, and what is it?
It's Miguel. I come asking advice on a particular item I found.
Don't eat it, whatever it is. If you don't know, don't eat it.
I
Then the
didn't
door-
intend to.
Then the door opens. Oh. You sure? Because I'm pretty sure that's for eating. Or drinking. Whatever you want to call it. Really,
Well-
they're the same thing. It's just one's, got more chewing involved.
Well, I know it's for drinking, but I don't know what it is.
Give it here.
Hand it over.
He looks at it. Well, it's magical. Can tell that. He kind of shakes it around a little bit. Not explosive.
After shaking vigorously.
Not vigorously, he just shakes it very lightly. It's meant for consumption. He hands it back to you. Magical, meant for consumption.
What was it? Magical meant for consumption.
Yep.
So it won't kill Alistair if he drinks it. Good.
It could be poison for all I know. All I know is it's meant for consuming. Didn't say who was meant for consuming it. It takes a lot longer than that to just tell what that is at a glance.
About how long would it take to discern?
It'd take time I could be using to do something else.
Fair. Do you know of any fine alchemists in this town? He kind of laughs.
Fine alchemists in this town.
Yeah, Miguel was laughing along with him, honestly.
You're a funny man. Funny man.
I'm sure that's part of why you keep me around.
That's most of why I keep you around.
Right.
Rip.
You could try the Emporium. It's a marketplace. It's bound to have someone who knows how to make what they're selling. Other than that, no one here is really worth it. I suppose maybe the Academy of Engineers. I'm joking. They can all blow themselves up for all I care.
With the Ku Klux chickens?
Jesus Christ.
Right, very well. I suppose I'll be off for now, then. Hopefully
Yes.
Alistair doesn't die.
Hopefully. How about you drink it first?
I'll give it to one of the other companions first and just see what happens.
Oh, that's an even better idea. I have no
We'll
idea.
call it an experiment.
I have no idea who those are.
They're unimportant.
I know. And he closes the door.
That thing of, please drink the mysterious potion before you give it to Alistair. Ouch.
Hey, of the two of you, he gave one of you a scroll.
He would rather not have the expensive thing he gave be wasted.
Yes, actually. It's not really about Alistair, it's the fact that the scroll is going to disappear. And he knows it is.
Oh god. Okay, hang on.
Alright.
I mean, we could give it to Frank. He's wounded.
Frank, odds or evens?
Oh no.
Evens.
Okay, he doesn't decide to force you to drink it first by just convincing you otherwise.
Oh, no. I mean, well, oh, yes, technically, but, you know.
Meant for consumption in a priest's possession.
I suppose I
Probably.
will go to the Emporium and see
It's
if...
just wine. It's
Yeah,
just
that-
magical wine.
For the Emporium, someone like Miguel is definitely going to know about the Emporium. The Emporium is huge. In fact, let me give me a quick... The Emporium is the greatest marketplace in the city. It's a 4-story brick building in the center of Coins, and Coins, if you remember, is basically the trade district. Purses being rich people, Coins being where all the trade goes down, and where the most notable guards in the city are, the brown cloaks. They protect all the rich people.
Yeah.
They don't like you. They do like rich people, though. As I said, you can basically buy anything there, realistically speaking. Rumor has that there's a private area where you can literally buy anything you want, but you've never been there, and it's only a rumor anyways. Something like that wouldn't exist.
Uh,
Yeah. In any case, though.
so yeah, I'll head to Emporium and see if
Okay.
I can find an alchemist.
So you've been out for, to get across the city would have taken you. And you started in the morning to go find Charlie, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you said 13 hours from 7 is about 6. And you were gone, had to find him, so it's 7. Pardon. Let's think. It takes a while to get around town, so 13, so 1 o'clock. Okay, so you are, by the time you get to the Emporium, you are 6 hours away from, like, meeting time. And it will take you about... It'll take you about 3 hours to walk back.
Okay, so I still got a little bit of time to see alchemist.
Browse around, yes. Let's see. How long does it take you to find the alchemy area? It's not that hard. It's a big building, but it takes you an hour, apparently. So at the end of an hour, you've managed to basically peruse the place, get up to the 3rd floor, and sort out... this is generally where they're going to be selling what you're looking for. Magic little items and trinkets and bits and bytes and all that sort of thing. So, you managed to come across this stall. It's got various potions out front. Now they're all under these glass casings, and they seem to have little locks. They're attached to like this metal sheet that's on the floor, basically making sure it's ye olde. Basically making sure people don't just run up, grab, and leave.
Yeah.
And the one behind there, they've got some ingredients out in front of them, but you know what con artists do, and basically the ingredients out in front, they may be real ingredients, but they're literally just there to make him look more, more impressive.
Mm-hmm.
So, regardless, those potions do look real, so the guy's sitting there and just sort of tapping his fingers.
Good day, my fine sir.
Hello there.
You look like an alchemist who knows a thing or two about potion making.
Well, it's in the job description. So yes,
Quite
I most
possibly one
certainly
of the
do.
finest in the city.
Possibly.
He is cocking an eyebrow at you. He has heard this kind of line before.
I figured. I was wondering if you...
mostly just filling you in on the sort of thing you recognize as a man of your job description.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I was wondering if someone as proficient as you might be able to help me identify something.
Oh, of course I can. I'm assuming it has to do with potions.
Kind of pull out the little vial or whatever it's in.
He hums and lifts his eyebrows again, just for a moment. Well, looks magical for me.
Oh, yes. It was a rather nice gift from someone for completing a task for them. Apparently, they liked the job I did so much they gave me a little extra.
Awful shame they didn't tell you what it was, eh?
Quite. Never said I
guess that-
particularly trusted the individual.
I guess I like giving out mystery gifts.
What was that?
I said, I guess they like giving out mystery gifts. You better hope they really did appreciate it.
Might you be able to identify what this is?
I might be able to. I gotta say, I'm a bit distracted right now. He lifts a palm and he scratches the palm. A bit itchy.
Oh, of course. Gonna pull out the copper piece next to the vial.
Sorry about that. So you're pulling out the which copper piece?
Yeah.
All right. He looks at it. He looks at you. He keeps scratching his palm.
How do I want to do this? Okay, time for bluff making. You know, if you were to be doing this, this would be a tremendous favor to the church. They might be able to help you with that itch in the future.
The church. The church has different things they do.
They do, but they constantly require solve and other things of your nature.
He kind of cracks a grin. He turns his head and looks at you. Really there, Father? He looks you up and down. You seem to have forgot your robes today.
Oh, I never said that I was a father. I just simply hold sway with them.
Oh, do you now? He looks amused. What kind of sway do you hold with the church? I must say, you don't exactly look like the typical kind of porter boy.
Do you know Father Gregory?
Everybody knows Father Gregory. He sticks his nose in everything.
Well, from what I've heard, he's looking at something big, and that might mean an awful lot of business.
Something big like what? There's one thing you are picking up, and that's he didn't just shut you down and say, I have no interest in the church. So clearly this is at least of passing interest to him. You're not sure if it's a big thing, but he's at least partially interested.
Oh, you obviously seem like you're busy. You don't particularly seem interested in actually doing anything that would get you a good pay, so I'm just going to be heading out now. Trying to bluff him into
All right.
basically going after it.
You can make an intellect check. Yes. Just hold your horses. You haven't managed to answer the question yet. Yeah, give me that. He flicks a finger at the copper.
Yeah, hand him the copper.
Man, give me that. He
Yeah,
points
hand
to
him
the
the
potion.
flask.
And he puts the copper down and he looks at the flask. So you tell me what Gregory's working on while I do this, eh?
Well, I can't go into any real specifics, but he is looking at, I'd probably say, doubling down on his efforts to, as you put it, put his nose in everything, which usually means more salves needed.
If anything, that's going to mean less salves needed. He's going to try and get everyone to stop their drinking. Drinking means lots of headache medications.
But you know, grievings, if it's not one problem, it's another.
You saying he's going to be leading to some bloodshed? That doesn't sound like him.
Oh, no. You have heard of the disappearances, right?
Yeah, as far as say, yeah, I ain't going near grievance right now.
No, nobody is, but think about this. If there's a lot of disappearances, that means there's going to be a lot more injured now, isn't there?
Typically it means there's more that just don't come back, but I suppose, possibly, maybe the guys get involved.
And when there's more injured, what do people need more of?
God support, typically, but I see what you're saying.
Waggle, waggle.
Alright, so, how long is this going to take him to do? Bum, 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 bum. Oh, he's pretty quick, apparently.
Bum, 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 bum.
So he basically directs you to sit down, and he checks it over, and now, about after half an hour or so, he lifts it up, and he's...
Well, looks like they really did appreciate the job you did. It's a little healing salve, this is.
Ah, good. That means that I can actually trust that person in future.
Yeah, trust's a good thing.
Now, exactly when is this? And he kind of holds it up, but he's still holding on to it, so it's up. But if you were going to like grab it now, you'd actually have to wrench it out of his hand.
So, you said this might get back my way. Grievance is a long way away, so how exactly is it you think this is going to come back to me?
What, the potion?
I think he means the windfall.
Oh, the windfall. Simple. I go have a chat with Gregory, and he sends someone to you.
You're going to talk me up, are you?
Of course, you're a fine establishment here, doing fine work. Definitely know your way around these things. Points to the potions.
Well, alright then. I'll be sure to keep a lookout for that. And for you.
Quite.
He says, looking at your face. That'll help.
The guy who's so bland, we still haven't bothered to get him a character portrait.
So
He has a character portrait, you just don't remember it.
We all just remember it as
It's that guy.
a dwarf. But yes, so he relaxes his grip on your potion. Wow.
Wow. Very well. Ta-ta for now.
See you soon, I do you hope.
Hopefully. Head off.
Okie doke.
I mean, as far as Web of Lies go, that one's pretty easy to maintain. Hey, Gregory, I need a favor of you to talk to someone.
Yeah, like, if we manage to save Gregory, oh, Gregory! Yeah, there's a potion seller that wants to talk with you.
Business, to help the needy and poor.
That's it.
I'm betting he's dead.
I am betting that he is like a
Super dead.
tarpaulin that's currently being worn by a pack of feral pixies.
Yeah. Anyways, head back
He's the
and
trench coat.
give them the healing salve.
Truth.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Do we want to keep it on us for in case someone gets knocked unconscious?
I mean,
or do
Frank.
we wanna give
Frank
it to
is still
Frank?
pretty.
Oh no, he's close to full.
Is he?
He's
I'm
8
at
on
8.
10.
Ah, okay.
What
Yeah,
is
bonuses
all
of
of
a
our
full
health?
You are at 8 on 9. Frank is at 8 at 10. I'm at full. Miguel's at full. Delilah's at full. The thing is, I think we could use the healing potion if someone gets knocked out to actually wake them up, which is my only argument for not using it immediately.
Probably.
Call out to me for forgetting what my max HP was.
Oh, it's fine. I always remember your HP.
I'm always watching, he says. Okay.
Always.
That's pretty good, actually. All right, so
Alright, so 0 copper pieces again.
You were rich for a little while.
I wasn't rich. I was
spirit.
simply redistributing the money in ways that I knew would become handy.
That's fair.
That's what a con man does. All right, so you are now back. Well, you're now back to where the scene technically started, at the Moore House. It's 7, and Sergeant Elise is there with you in her not quite guard uniform.
Almost guard. Not quite.
Almost guard.
Half guard. Casual guard Friday.
I'm assuming
Wow.
the door is closed again.
Did you guys open it? I don't recall.
I
remember
don't think we
opening it.
actually got the opportunity to open it because guards happened, or not guards, the rude boys happened, and then
The
we
rude
were
boys
just like,
happened, and then we chased the thing into the Morehouse that I'm
And
sure
we were
slammed
also-
it shut behind it.
and we were also dead each time. We were like, we're not fucking opening this. Just no.
Just no.
Nice
Possibly.
try, maybe next week.
Yeah.
Possibly for the best.
So
So, Aroni.
Mm-hmm.
Aroni.
So, Aroni.
I mean, I
Aroni.
guess
So shall we get the show started then?
Don't we have to wait for... Oh, she's here. Sorry.
everyone is here. The two guards we know neither hide nor hair of. Whether they've actually, we would know possibly if they've already come. Is the door already ajar?
It is not, no.
Okay, because those pair of knuckleheads have not gone through. Because they probably would have burst through the door, being like, "Oh, cat murderer!"
Cats!
Heat meteor.
Cats!
So,
Oh.
I guess I very carefully walk over to the door and quietly open it. I'm not boldly announcing our presence here. Fuck that.
Totally going where no one has gone before.
I mean, other than the demonologist who owned this place, apparently,
Oh,
And-
yeah, he definitely went there.
and the trench-coated creature, and the rude boys. My question is, how does, like, a pack of pixies get a bounty out to a local gang to protect their hut?
Are you still calling it the pack of...
Yeah,
Yes!
it's Pixies in a trench coat, Sasha.
I'm going with that until proven otherwise, just like I went with, fucking Kai is the polymorphed lover of Delilah.
Fair enough. And there we have Alistair Vaeri, a man of many conclusions. All right. Now, where are we? Blah, 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 blah. Good. Okay.
I'll make less dumb conclusions when I get another profession.
We hope.
We hope.
All right. So now we get to take pictures and move them over somewhere else. All right. So Sergeant Elise is there with you, and she looks a bit grim, but you know, as you do in cases and times like this.
Is there any time where she's reported not grim?
You wouldn't know.
She looked annoyed when she saw us before. Grim, but more annoyed.
Frank's just trying to look as not hooded as possible since he's fairly tall.
I'm not hooded. I'm normal. Okay, now, how are you opening the door? How are you going in?
Not it. Nose goes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna open it very slowly. Just like turn the knob and like then staff, just slowly push it open.
All right. So Elise is there, and she does have her weapon out, and she's kind of looking in the door. She pushes it open. Like, what you've got it slightly open, she just pushes it the rest of the way. Takes a look inside. All right, not much. Okay. So she moves on inside.
Follow.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow after Tulio.
Okay, so we've got Elise up front. Tulio is going out. Now, there's more room than to go single file. In fact, going single file is probably just going to leave you all clumped. So she's
I'm
up
going to
front
go
as-
beside Miguel then.
Okay. So you've got Miguel and Alistair. Is anyone going up front with the sergeant?
Sure, why not? First one to get to loot.
All right, fair enough. And in the back, I suppose we have Frank and Delilah. Where are you in this?
I'll go right at the back.
All right.
Keep Frank in the middle, kind of.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Frank will be on my right, Miguel will be on my left, so we're like a little octagon. We're a shitty octagon.
Nah, sort of. Not quite.
We're 6 people. The most we can make is a hexagon.
Well, no. There's 2 in front. We're like a shitty pentagram. 2 in front, 3. So there's like the points. Yeah, we could make a shitty pentagram.
Oh, okay. I think he's going to organize us, and then we can decide what shape we are.
Shitty pentagram.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shitty pentagram.
The shoddiest pentagram.
This whole situation reminds me of my book, Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes and our teacher Linda, and it's his teacher Linda, the great and the mysterious man.
I just lost. It wasn't your finest work, Frank.
So, you head on in.
Oh, I see
yeah.
blank. Oh, never mind. We're good.
There's a map. The poor viewers won't be able to see the map, but there is a map.
A moment.
The house's interior is strewn with rubbish and rat droppings. Water spots stain the ceiling on this main floor through gaping holes in the roof. You can see graffiti and intermittent blood splatters across the walls. Old, most of them. But a few look disturbingly red. The general atmosphere, of course, is not the brightest, and neither is the lighting. The windows in here are all long since boarded up, so it's very dark in here.
Great. I think I have low light vision.
I think both you and Delilah have low light vision, but I could be wrong.
I have shadow sight. Whatever that means. Obscured by shadows, as if those areas were lit.
Okay. So you can actually see pretty well.
Yeet.
Hey, Delilah, do you have dark vision / shadow
I
sight?
have dark sight.
You can also see fairly well. It's not pitch black in here, but you can... But yeah, so you two can see. The others, not so much.
One moment. Since I'm in the middle, this should be relatively safe. And torch and tinder. And he looks to Elise and he's like, would you be contrary to me providing some illumination?
Also,
It does reveal our location.
also
It's
apparently,
not exactly quiet. Go ahead.
Farron's eyes glint in the dark like cats. I don't know if that's important to anything, but that's cool to think about.
It might not be in a moment. Depends on if the torch is lit.
Sure.
So it's just a yay or nay.
Go ahead.
Lights the torch. So all of us can now actually see.
Yeah, you can all see now.
Congrats.
The horror.
Now,
Oh no, we can see your face.
Oh no.
And you'll immediately forget it.
that you will. Now, you can, of course, see several ways to go. You just come in this way. There's a door over here. There's a few doors down the hall, and it looks like there's there's a huge water stain here, and there's actual water in it. That seems to lead to a room over here. Other than that, there's doors along this wall, and there's a staircase leading upstairs.
Oh wait, wrong character.
So there's like a door right here.
Mm-hmm.
And where was the other doors? Just to mark it down.
Feeling that area.
So a door to our right, stairs to our left.
All the various doors should be revealed at this point to you.
Door.
Okay, there's a
Stairs.
door there, and there's a door there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors.
4 doors on the right, and looks like a sort of an entryway to another room on the left.
Okay. I'd suggest we check the upper floor before we venture into the basement. Or that would be the basement, right?
Wouldn't it just be the first floor?
No, because we're on the first floor.
Is the stairs going down or up?
The stairs are going up.
Oh, never mind. That'd be this. Yeah, to the second floor. Shh. But yeah, I feel like not getting possibly trapped on the second floor if the house burns down. Says the guy holding the torch. But, you know. Shall we?
Now, a very, very important question. You said there were fresh-looking blood spatters. Are any of them, like, drag marks or going into any particular room?
That's a really good question.
Tulio is not a fan of dying.
I don't think many of us are.
Well, let me...
Delilah may be the exception.
Delilah.
She's not a fan of dying. She's a fan of the process of getting there.
That's horrifying. There are small drops here. And there is what looks to be some spatters on the wall over here, and a bit of a drag mark that way.
We should go that way then. If we want to get right to the source.
I feel like so there's spatters on the second floor, but also towards that one door. I feel like
There's spatters on the wall heading up the stairs, but nothing really like not much on the ground. But there is like a literal drag mark going into that other room.
Okay, so here's my thoughts. If we start a fight or a disturbance and we're further in and we've left doors unchecked behind us, I don't think we'd survive that.
Sorry,
Yeah,
something just happened. Can I have the recap of what we were just talking about?
Yeah.
Drag marks on the first floor, spotty splatters on the stairs going up to the second floor.
Okay.
And someone was like, shall we check out the drag mark immediately? And I was like, if there's anything in the rooms behind us and we cause a disturbance, we'd probably die.
That was me who said that, and then my brother came into my room, so I'm all caught up.
Oh. So then there was nothing between the recap and... Okay.
Well, I had missed what you just said.
I guess should we check this door?
Yeah. Unless anyone has an alternate suggestion.
No, but I do have the suggestion we stick together.
Yes!
Just
Yes!
from the other game I've played with Arlie. Beginning adventure. Let's stick together.
Both of those sound like great ideas. Let's go.
Yep. It looks like we can get through the door with 2 people at once. Looks like a larger door.
Possibly.
Okay, so I mean,
Elise, by the way, is going first. None of you have an option in that. You can choose to go with her, but she's going first.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll go with her. I'll stick with her.
I'm gonna
Both of these now.
follow behind and like
Kind of keep
look
the
at.
same pattern.
Yeah, seems safe.
Okay. Now, is anyone not going in, basically? That sounds like a no.
Seems like we all have well-developed senses of survival.
Clearly.
That's definitely one way you can interpret this.
I mean, do we have to sing "Don't Split the Party"?
No, you can if
Don't
you want,
split
as long
the
as it's really
party.
quiet. All right. So, you all tromp inside.
And you see nothing!
And there's a man with a wheel of fish who screams, "Nothing, you so stupid."
Wow.
Magic Fischl?
Magic official, yes.
You get nothing! You're
Except
so
a magic fish.
stupid!
All right, so you walk into the room, and what you find is an old study. Alistair, control your breathing. It's okay. Control your breathing.
I guess
Just
perception check to loot.
Okay, now you walk into an old study that looks like it's been ransacked thoroughly. Everything seems to be overturned, like shelves are torn down. The walls have been like scratched, like behind bookshelves and behind desks behind chairs. Paintings had been broken in half and like torn open. Someone wasn't just looking for what might be here. Someone was looking for what might be hidden in here. And they were quite thorough. There's also a tremendous stench noticeable from the north. Worst of all, any books that are still here are waterlogged as hell.
This reminds me of the time I went to meet some of my friends.
And they tore the library apart.
What?
Damn, Frank.
That's
You have douchey fans.
a little
Oh,
concerning.
this is their personal rooms.
Oh no.
So, can we tell what's making the awful stench?
It doesn't seem to be in this room.
I mean, can we check it for anything of value?
You can take a perception check to look around.
What is perception?
Not good with a roll of 5.
It looks like everything's been ransacked.
Yep.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4.
It looks like everything's been ransacked.
Trademarked.
Also, looks like everything's been ransacked.
It looks like everything's been ransacked.
It's all worthless.
It looks like everything's been ransacked.
That was 12, guys. That was a success.
Keep in mind, that was a normal success. If you have boons or banes that I'm not telling you about, I can roll them in secret.
This is true.
Oh no.
I'm waiting
Just
for
as-
Delilah.
Just as a little heads up.
Delilah, roll perception.
Just for the lulz and the memes.
Delilah's like, I don't care about a bunch of waterlogged books. Fuck you guys.
Hey, I
I don't
mean,
care
there
about
could
the
be
books, but
What's
you
the
may care about
modifier for perception?
It's just your intelligence. Until you
Typically,
get
yes.
class
Okay.
stuff.
Damn.
Wow. 5, 4, 8, 12, and then a 3.
It appears everything's been ransacked.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Everyone checked. It's been ransacked. We have no reason to go back here unless we need, like, kindling.
Yep. Really, really terrible kindling. I'm
Yeah.
half expecting Elise to go like, how did you all miss this?
Yeah, no. Off we go.
Off we go to the next
And so
one.
Elise, by the way, does look around. She doesn't seem to care that much about this. Just only idiots would go tromping around looking for things in here, looking for hidden, if you can call them, treasures in the walls. What is that terrible smell?
I mean,
Maybe the
that was
smell
my
is the-
question of whether it was in... I don't know. This was a demonologist's house. Maybe he had a secret hidey hole in the wall where he stashed bodies?
I feel the
Okay.
smell would have been much worse than this if there had been a dead body in here that long.
Okay. So, very important question.
Mm-hmm.
Since Tulio is slightly more intelligent than your average person, he'd know that, like, water rot on wood could potentially cause the floor to be entirely weak, right?
Yes, he would.
All right, he's gonna make sure everybody's aware of that.
All right,
Oh.
go ahead.
Just be careful around that water spot. Could be don't want anyone going crashing through the floor. Me least of all.
I'm going to use my staff as like a walking stick to also check the ground in front of myself.
All right. Though, keep in mind, the other two are in front of you right now, so though
Yeah.
Kai is probably a fairly light individual, Elise still does have some armor on her.
Yeah,
that's
can I
fine.
go like first without Elise?
Yeah, you can. I mean,
Okay.
wait, hold on. Are you in human form?
Yes.
Then no. Elise is not
Aw.
letting anyone get in front of her.
I can't just switch to cat because she'll see
I mean,
that. I don't really want to see that.
She's been given the warning. If she doesn't check the floor, it's on her.
It's true.
I guess we check the next door.
Pretty sure
Is
that
this
next
the
door was
door that
attached to
goes-
the
The next door leads to the same place.
Okay. I guess we check the next door. Yeah.
I'm not going on the water spot with Elise.
Dun dun dun.
Ooh, what's in this room?
Ooh.
That appears to be a kitchen.
Um.
And more than just a kitchen.
The cannibal kitchen.
Wow.
Now you actually see a beautiful woman. She looks maybe late 20s, early 30s. She's very, very, very thin. She has a very pretty face, very sleek appearance, but she's so thin. It's like she looks well taken care of, but like she hasn't been fed in a year.
Is she
Is she
moving?
alive?
Yeah, she's eaten. As far as you can tell, she's just sort of standing in the middle of the kitchen. And as you all turn in and look at her, her head turns and she looks at all of you. And then she looks back ahead of herself. And she begins walking this way. Without a word. So at that point, Elise pipes up. It's, what are you doing in here? She doesn't respond.
Does that look like the result of like dark magic? Like occult
You have no
shit?
idea. It looks like a person.
Okay, so profession occult would not help there, huh?
I mean, not unless professional occult lets you know whether a human is made of dark magic.
I was just thinking, because you said she was like ungodly thin and gaunt.
Oh yeah, like very, but very. It's gonna entertain me forever, anyways.
Wow.
Forever. Anyways, her thinness could be as a result of many things.
Okay, so it's not like thin. Like the Stephen King book where the guy just keeps growing thinner as the result of a curse until he's like basically a walking skeleton.
Well, she has flesh on her bones, and possibly meat.
Okay. Yeah. I'll let
Just-
Elise do her thing, I guess.
Yeah, Tulia just kind of gives a glance at like Alistair, glance at Elise, glance at Alistair, glance back to the lady.
Elise
Yeah.
looks at all of you, and she's, you stay there. And she walks in after the lady.
Okay, yeah, I'm following.
Can I follow?
Yeah, you can.
Not
Sweet.
as closely, but definitely
kinda like,
following.
Hello.
I follow everyone else in. So.
All right. So Frank's like, wait for me. Maybe this is Linda. And Delilah, you were told
I follow.
you were told to stay there. You said, fuck you. All right.
And we all alone now.
When has being alone been a problem in my games?
Or in a horror game.
Exactly. Okay.
Well, yeah.
So-
Sasha game, horror game. Same thing.
Basically, yeah. All right. So, yeah. Elise, walks in after this lady who just walks in. And she sits down in one of the chairs. And Elise walks over to her and she gives her a pat on the shoulder and she's, what are you doing in here? And the woman just stares at her. Are you going to answer me? Nothing.
Is your tongue cut out?
Oh, actually, Sash,
Mm-hmm.
while she's doing this, I would like to search the kitchen for any source of food or use recently.
All right.
Soiling green as people.
So you don't need to make a perception check for that. There apparently hasn't been food here for a very long time.
Okay. That's interesting.
So Elysia reaches over and she takes the woman by the top of the head and gives it a small shake. She's, "Are you awake in there?" And the woman, with frightening speed, reaches both hands out and claps her hands on Elisa's drawn blade and pulls it into her own stomach. And then just stares the guard in the face as she starts bleeding.
Well, I'm just gonna look away, walk to a corner of the room, face pale, and just Nope.
And everyone except for Delilah can make me a willpower check.
Whoa.
Because Delilah, I don't think you care.
Oh.
15.
That is a succeed.
2.
Succeed. And a failure.
Failure.
My
But
will
was
is
I
made
a
of
succeed
stone
or-
stuff.
No, you're a failure. At life and everything else. I'm just kidding. At most things.
I take it you're just not showing boons anymore on the rolls.
I might
Or
be.
Banes.
I'll definitely show you boons and banes in some cases. Just not in all cases. So you're never
Yep.
sure. Okay, so Kai and Miguel are failures, and Frank is actually fine.
We know. We're criminals.
You're bad criminals.
Society was like, we don't like you. And we're like, okay. We're just going to steal your money now.
Yeah,
Are you
everyone
kidding?
loses sanity other than Delilah, who's just rubbing her hands and watching.
It's like, ooh, yes, do it.
Not to kink shame, but we're kink shaming you, Delilah.
Sobs.
Do they not have a space for writing down your insanity?
They do.
They do.
It's in between will and intellect.
Ah, thank you. Awesome. So Kai, you gain 1 point of insanity.
Yeah, I see you doing that.
Yes, yes, you do. And who's got a failure? Miguel?
I got it.
Okay.
This is not how my book went.
What does insanity do again? Nothing good, but like...
When it hits the same amount as your willpower, you go mad.
Great.
It does count up, unlike health.
Okay, so Alice just looks at this, draws her blade back, and stares at this woman, who slowly slumps over in her seat. Bleeding profusely, of course. Elise doesn't say anything for a moment. And she turns back to all of you.
Alistair, like, is a bit pale, but, like, otherwise looks okay, like, hands clenched on, like, the staff. Hey, Frank, how did you handle the witnessing of someone dying?
Oh, it was a bit shocking, but I was mostly distracted by how this is not going according to what I wrote in my book.
Frank, the prophet.
Of Linda.
I hope this doesn't happen often, Sergeant Elise.
Not. That's all she says on it. Just literally with the word not, and then just doesn't say anything. Go.
That room that she walked into, was there anything else there? Just as like a quick
It
glance.
seems to be a sitting room. So that's probably where you would eat.
But there was no food. And I take it like a quick sideways glance shows like no use of food or anything there.
Nope, not seeing anything. You see like an old plate, but it has a little black stain on it, and that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. Gonna be very careful about crossing that water spot and, you know, staff ahead. Yada yada. Make sure we don't load the entire party on suspicious looking chunk of floor.
That's definitely what we should do.
Well, Elise, as she steps into the water, no, I'm kidding. She gives it a quick tap with her boot. You know, walks in further, taps it again. It's fine.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
Well, there's a door straight ahead before we take the most suspicious looking one.
All right. So she just boots this door open. She doesn't actually stop and wait. She just kicks it straight open. Okay. And it appears to be an old storage room. Unfortunately, the thing that has stored is old furniture, and the old furniture is mostly in pieces, and it looks like it was looted the same way that the...
Is this where the scent's coming from, or no?
No, but the scent is definitely stronger as you progress further north up the house.
Yep, great. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle to, like, north in that hallway, like, in front of the door where the thing is. I'm not going. My question is, does the smell seem to be coming from the room, or further north up, like, this hallway?
Seems to be coming up from this direction up here.
Yeah, okay, from the room with the bloody trail.
Possibly, yes.
I mean, does it look like there's any doors from where I'm sitting?
Any doors to where?
I don't know. Does the hallway that I'm in look like it has any other doors than the one I'm standing in front of that has the really suspicious blood streak of someone being dragged into a room?
Not that you can see.
Then it's probably coming from this room.
Quite possibly.
I think we're about to arrive at what is potentially the source of the recent troubles.
However, you then find a certain other kind of trouble. As from the door that Elise just booted open, 3 large rats scurry out.
Oh, motherfuck.
Rodents of unusual size.
Are they actually
rodents
like
of unusual
cat-sized
I don't
rats?
believe they exist.
You're about to.
Hey, look, it's a snack.
Yeah, thanks for
not
calling
quite.
me out.
They're almost cat-sized, but not quite.
Oh,
They're-
never mind. Don't want to
they're
hunt that.
They're getting up there.
Yeah,
They
oh look,
squeak
it's a
angrily
snack
as
as
they-
they look at us.
I
They
just
squeak
caught
angrily and look up your
myself
way.
because I was about to roll initiative, and then I was like, "Wait a second."
So, yes, you do have the rats surrounding you at the moment. So, the question is, are you taking a fast action or a slow action?
They're all immediately in range, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I would suggest we go for fast. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
for fast.
I'm
action,
gonna
at
go
least.
for fast.
Me
Fast
too.
works for me.
They are too.
Is Elise going to? Because she is technically on our side.
Oh, she is.
Okay, I'm going to aim for the one by the north door, because that's the only one I'm really in range of. And I would like to go first, because at least we can resolve. And if it's wounded, maybe Miguel, you want to try and finish it off?
Quite possibly.
Oh, wait. Would we be able to flank it, actually? Because I'm like in front of it, and he's off to the side of it.
No, you need to actually surround it for that. I mean, you could move.
If I move, would that give everyone else flanking on it?
It would give anyone in Elise's square. Because
Which
keep in mind, I can't
is
see
how
all
many
of you right
people
now.
on Elisa
I don't-
Square?
I don't
That's
know.
that's pretty much one, I think.
Who else is
Two
on?
with Guy.
Who else is on this square right now?
Not me.
Okay,
If nobody,
rip.
then we give Elise.
Okay, yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna smash it in the face.
I mean, if we just get to say where we are, I'll be on Elisa Square. So.
You are where you were before.
Okay.
All right. Thank God for you being a finesse weapon and not giving me a penalty staff.
Smack.
Fuck. Just fuck. It's just like he's like still like white knuckle clutching it from like earlier, and yeah, he didn't gain madness, but he's still like a little bit. So he like woodenly like just thunks it into the ground in front of the rat with that walloping roll of 2.
All right. So yeah, it squeaks and skitters off to the side, like baring its teeth angrily at you. Elise, by the way, is going next. She just grabs her blade and brings it down with all her wrathfulness. trying to skewer the one directly beneath her. Okay, so the blade comes down, the rat just scoots to the side, and she misses. Whoever would like to go next can go next.
I guess I'll try to smack the one that Alistair was trying to hit.
So you're aiming for the higher up one?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
God damn.
Oh, yeah. And one of us is flanked right now. As long as there's a rat above us, it has flanking.
Yeah, that's Elise.
Yeah.
Alright, so you take a swing. It just dodges to the side and shrieks at you. I was like, let me show you that stomp some fucking rats.
What are you using as a weapon, Delilah?
Sword.
Oh. Nice.
How much damage does a dagger do?
1d3.
Okay, it does the same as my freaking hands.
Hello, Delilah, which one did you attack?
The one directly south of me.
Okay. So Delilah just turns around, like everybody's like, kill it, kill it. Delilah turns around, stares down at this thing, pulls out her sword, and just cuts it clean in half. And it's dead. And it goes, my wife and children. I will let them now. Hiss, hiss.
I mean, it's fine. We're going to send them after it.
But these aren't my wife and children. And I believe we have Frank.
I'll attack the one below Elise.
All right.
We
Is Frank
believe
the
in you,
only one
Frank.
left, wasn't it?
No,
I
there's
need to
Kai.
know.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know there's one more. All right,
There's
so
one
Frank,
more of us somewhere.
yeah, this one seems to have taken some ideas from the last one being cut in half. It scampers off to the side and then jumps up onto your staff. Kai, it is your destiny.
What would be like a punch? Like what type of thing would that be? So
Agility,
I can roll
I
it.
think, because your claws count as finesse.
Yeah, I'd say like either finesse or strength. It depends.
I
Okay.
think actually
It's unarmed.
for
It
her-
doesn't do that much, so you.
I do 1d3 apparently because I have clawed hands as a human.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna like slash at it with your fingers then.
Yeah.
That is a hit. So roll damage.
I am. One second.
That's right. You attacked the northern one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So your fingers rip out, like claws on them, catch this thing and split it into several pieces. It just tears open, leaving its really disgusting smelling blood on your hands. And it dies with a squeak. Squeakity squeakins.
Sweet.
Delicious.
So everyone except Alistair is close enough for this last one to bite, right?
I
Yeah.
believe so.
Well, Frank gets 3 notches on this particular dial because he's the one that is on the stat book. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh no.
1. Delilah. Okay, so Delilah, this thing apparently took major offense to you killing its friend, or associate, perhaps.
It's husbando.
Yeah. What's your defense?
It's like 10, I think.
Okay, it misses.
Beautiful.
It got a 5. Alright, so it screeches, its like teeth are bared, and Delilah, you can pretty clearly pick up. It's not like this thing is like, swelling with dark magic or anything like that, but it's like pretty rabid. This thing is probably not your general squeaky mouse. It may have something.
Yay.
Really? A mouse the size of almost a cat? Is it normal? I'm shocked.
And it's full of rabies. Don't eat it.
I've heard stories of the rats in Bombay.
Alright. I guess that resolves initiative, so round 2, let's go.
Mm-hmm. Alistair, are you taking a short or a long action? Or sorry, I should say fast or slow.
Fast.
Fast smack.
Feast.
Fast.
How are you gonna hit it, by the way, Alistair?
I have an actual idea. It's on Frank's staff, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Frank, reach the staff into the middle of everyone so it becomes a piñata. It's on your staff. Just move it into the middle of everyone, and we just circle smack it.
So is Frank acting first in that case?
I guess I am then. Frank kind of moves back. He's like a little startled by the thing getting on his staff, so he kind of moves it. He steps back and like moves it into the middle of everyone.
Okay, and let's see. That would mean... Boop. Okay, so you do that, and it leaps right off your staff and lands over here. Now, you can still attack it, but as you've already taken a partial action and it's no longer directly on your staff, you will have a penalty.
I'll still attack it then.
Okay, you may do so with 1 Bane.
Bane was -1.
1d6.
Why did I do this? I'm horrible at roll 20.
You are terrible.
Rip.
Do-do-do.
I just do like a -1 in the Boons Banes
if
thing
you
and
click-
input value.
Yeah, you can
If
totally
you
do
click
that.
your,
It'll work.
yeah, you click the roll and then -1, I think.
Yep. Oh.
Did you roll? Oh, you did.
God.
Oh no.
Oh,
Alright.
no.
Well, let's see. Where is Frank? Frank is here, right?
I don't know where he is anymore.
Oh, where's
Yeah.
your... can you not
Yeah,
see
that's
your
where I
own
am.
character? Okay. So, I'm going to let you choose. A, do you want something bad to happen to you? B, do you want something bad to happen to someone else? Or C, would you like to have something potentially very bad happen to you?
I suppose I'll take the normal bad to me.
Is
bad
there
here?
any benefit to taking the incredibly bad?
Well, there is, because the bad one is guaranteed to happen. The very bad one only has a possibility. It could just completely pass you by and you'll be fine.
I'm not liking my luck right now, so I'll take the just normal bad.
Okay. So you turn around and you go to like try and smack this thing as it goes off, but you swing in this wide sweeping arc that makes everybody else kind of have to duck out of the way. And Elise, ducks her head. She's, "What are you doing? It's a rat!" And your staff hits off the door and goes and smacks you in the head. And pardon me for a moment. There you are.
Bonk.
And you take a point of damage.
No.
That's a lot less than when you clocked me in the back of the skull.
Yeah, when he did a full swing, that really sucked. It was funny to me. Anyways, that's Frank. Who's going next?
I
I'll
thwack
try to
it.
Smack it.
All right. I heard Delilah first. Delilah, you may thwack away. And you do. You may roll damage.
I don't even think it can survive this.
And it dies. Okay, so Delilah's just like, really? And turns it into a rat kebab. And it's dead. Congratulations. You have slain the rat.
Anything in that room of note?
Well, there is...
Furniture.
Yeah, basically just broken furniture.
There's
3 dead bodies.
if you want some furniture, there's definitely some furniture here you could sell.
It's broken, old, and kind of rotten.
Yeah, you could sell it to someone in Grievings to really sprucing up their house. Bam! Just gonna
Next
keep
game,
making
Kai
pushes.
personally fights Alistair.
It doesn't go well for Alistair.
Probably not. Okay. But just like awkwardly sort of adjusts his collar, pushes up his
No
glasses.
one laughs because like everyone's from Grievings. Or 3 of us are from Grievings.
Grievings from Grievings.
And then he just gestures towards the door like, I guess
This wouldn't, those rats wouldn't happen to be your 7-foot tall beast, would it?
No. They were not wearing a coat. Or standing on top of each other and wearing a coat. That would have been a relief otherwise. Actually, no. Rats standing on top of each other wearing a coat wouldn't be a relief. That'd be really worrisome.
Yes, it would. Anyways, so she walks up and...
That was all I see, by the way. The ramble was I see.
Yeah, I figured. She doesn't kick this door open. She just kind of opens it.
Oh, she learned her lesson.
Yes, she did. So... Damn it, I'm moving the blood. The bloodstain ritual of the night. No. This is a...
So good. Let's not have me ramble about indie stuff, though.
Yeah.
We turn into the dark.
You are the dark. Spider-Man, turn off the dark.
Okay, I attack the darkness.
You die. This is the setting where the darkness will kill you. You lose. It's over.
It's Valis's thing from yesterday that nobody will get.
No, you'll all die. Anyways, so we're now in this room, and I'm going to spread you out so I can fucking see you. Everyone. Literally all of you. Okay. Good. Okay, that'll do.
So what's in the blood room?
Well,
Trash bags.
trash bags full of cats. You were right. Ta-da!
And now we're in it and the guards break into the door.
I'm not going to say whether or not that's going to happen. I'm just going to say I'll move on with the scene. Pointedly. Anyways. So, Frank, you're going to get beaten to death. Anyways, so you're in this room. And this room clearly used to be some sort of trophy room. Like, there is the remains of pedestals. There's, dressers. There's bits of broken glass all over the place. So clearly, at one point in time, this probably held a fairly decent collection of something that you probably don't want to know about. It no longer does. Because anything that was in here doesn't look like... It hasn't been ransacked the same way that the study has been ransacked. Everything torn apart and shredded and all that sort of stuff. Everything in here just seems to be gone. Removed.
Can I still make a perception check?
Of course.
Sweet. Where is my character? Oh, I was using the wrong thing. I have my stylus.
Yeah, I'll do the same, quite frankly. Shall we group perception check?
It seems to have been right. No, I'm just kidding. So Miguel, Alistair, Kai, Frank. Frank's just like, "What's up, bitches?" Delilah goes,
I will see all.
Delilah's currently eating her rat kebab. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. No, seriously.
Nom 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 nom.
Tastes like rabies.
Don't do that. Well, you
Here
can.
comes Mode.
I feel like more like Delilah's right now, like smacking one rat body with the rat body skewered on her sword.
Playing rat golf.
Whack.
It's called Thwack the Rat.
Whack-a-mole, but with rats.
Yeah, let's just tie like one of the rats to my spare torch and we have a rat flail.
Okay, we're ending the conversation.
Okay, so Delilah sees nothing except dead rat. But the rest of you notice that there seems to be some sort of discolored wall right here.
I'm gonna
And it makes
touch
sense
it.
with the difference between the length of the hallway and the wall.
It also smells really bad back there.
Oh, I'm still gonna touch it. There might be loot.
I would actually suggest possibly the individuals with the swords take point and see about cutting through the wall, if it's a false wall.
Well,
then can
if
we
I
cut
touch
through
it, does it do anything?
Well, it depends. Do you walk up and touch it?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Cool.
Yeah, so Kai just walks up and she's like, "Hey, look, a wall. That's different. Damn it." There's one. There's one.
DM fucking up Kai's gender once.
He walks up, kind of taps the wall. And, well, no, it doesn't move just when it's touched.
Okay. Sword people. Looks like there's something. You want to cut it?
A secret study, perhaps.
Elise just kind of looks at you. That's not how swords work.
Well, I have a dagger, which is like a mini sword that I could use if you don't want to help.
Glancing at your bloody fingers, you also seem to have, nails.
Yeah, but I don't want to try to rip a wall apart with my nails. That sounds painful.
So Elise moves over to the wall, kind of puts her shoulder against it, gives it a hard push, and it slides backwards. Ah, one of these. She braces her hands against it and starts to drag it open. And it actually drags open pretty quickly.
I was gonna say I would help, but I guess if she does it quickly, then never mind.
And behind there is a mutilated corpse. You can see they were probably wearing robes at one point, probably. But from what you can tell, they're missing most of their everything.
Oh boy.
Their face is actually pulled open. They don't have eyes. They don't have a nose. They are missing most of their teeth and their tongue. Their throat is open. Their chest has been open. And the ribs have been pulled backwards like some sort of grotesque dead spider.
Delicious.
The things that are remaining on the inside are mostly picked apart and they look like they've been pulled out and then just kind of tossed haphazardly back, like they're not wanted or necessary right now.
You said robes.
Mm-hmm.
Are they wearing a holy symbol?
Nope, doesn't look like priest robes. They're actually
Okay.
sort of a dark violet.
Oh, what?
It's valid.
Violet robes?
Mm-hmm.
I move up, I guess, alongside Elise and
Well, before you do that, everybody make another will check.
fuck.
And yes, Delilah, this time even you.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah,
Oh my
Alistair.
Kai, Miguel. Is it Kai and Miguel again?
Also,
Oh.
Delilah failed, I think. Or
No,
No,
she
she
hasn't
got-
rolled
that was a roll from before. Oh, she was
Barely.
lucky. All right, so just Kai and Miguel.
Is there any way to get rid of insanity?
Go insane.
Also quirks. You can get
and
quirks.
Okay, so you're not feeling the best. Like, where are you? Kai and okay, there we go. Okay, so both Kai and Miguel. At this point, this place is starting to take a real bad toll on you. The smell from that body suddenly turns from nauseating to overwhelming. Your stomach just churns. Like your vision's starting to flicker. Hard to see what's around you at this point. It's hard to make out who everyone is. Your tongue is swelling in your throat, and you're getting the shiver. And you are frightened. As a status on it.
Well, I'm gonna try to get away from the corpse. I'm gonna go stand in the corner of the room away from the corpse.
All right.
Likewise, just kind of holding onto the wall. Like,
All right.
I'm gonna mention to Delilah that, hey, I know your relationship isn't going too well with your husband there, but he seems a bit frightened. Could use a little cheering up, maybe. You wanna talk to him?
At least Frank can remember my gender.
Oh, Frank, could you keep an eye on... nudges his head towards Tulio. And Alistair's actually... Is Elise still at the door?
Elise is at the door. She's got her eyes closed, and she's breathing very slowly. Then she opens her eyes and just walks right past the thing.
Yeah, I move alongside her. Because I'm not letting her alone. It's just, Frank, look after them. I'm gonna investigate.
I'm going to go on this alone.
I'm not alone. Elise is there.
You're right. I'll go at this
Alone.
partially alone. And you see a set of stairs leading down.
Right, fuck that for now.
Yeah.
I'm going to, I guess, check the body for any form of identification. Also, purple is a royal color and the sort of thing that either a noble or, oh my god, is this the demonologist? Was the
It's a
Moor
pretty
guy?
fresh corpse.
Oh, okay, but rich. The purple is not normal.
Keep in mind, this is a deep violet. This isn't royal purple. This is deep violet.
That's still not common.
Oh no, it's definitely not common. Like, you don't find people walking around in purple robes just because they feel like it.
Okay.
It's not a big mood sort of thing. It's more like a, hi, let's go, talk about how important we are for some reason or another.
Can I make a check based on my character's background and academic things? Because that seems like a very showy fucking thing.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, intellect.
Okay, do I get a boon, bane, or nothing?
You have the ability to make the check in the first place.
Bang on a 10!
So,
Thank you for being a noble.
you haven't seen this particular style of robe before, but you remember hearing talks about individuals that would wear robes like a what is it? I can't think of the word right now. I guess violet will work. Robes like a violet evening, something like that. And you said robes, so individuals would do this, and you heard this back from your family. Without being too descriptive.
So it ties slightly into my profession as well.
So what?
Okay. Is there anything in the pockets of the robes or the like, or any pockets in there?
No, but you do find on the inside of one of the corpse's arms is an image, a tattoo of a horned skull in black.
I compare it to the thing on the page.
Exact same picture.
Okay, Elise, observe this.
Right, she looks down at it.
Then at the tattoo.
Yes.
I'm wondering here, is what killed this related, was the, Gregory investigating this fellow, or, because he's quite dead.
I'd gathered.
Yeah, but that, well, I suppose I'm not feeling too comfortable about delving deeper into the proverbial guts of this house, especially while the others are off kilter. Should we perhaps pull back, give them a few moments to sort themselves out, and see if there's anything on the upper floors before we delve into the basement? Perhaps reseal this wall for a few moments.
Not certain how well we will be doing at resealing it at this point, but
I mean, we could take a piece of furniture and even just block off this door, so if anyone's in the basement currently and tries to escape, we'd hear them.
that is a question, by the way. Is anyone... Okay. Delilah, where are you at this point in time? You saw them do this, so like make a perception or not, you still see them open a wall and see the corpse and everything. So I know the other two are kind of heaving their guts out. Then you have...
I'm with the other two, trying to stir them up, trying to get them to recover.
what are you doing at this point in time?
I'm just standing by.
Okay, so are you standing with anyone or just kind of standing by the door, looking to be the first victim? I mean, standing by the door is all I was going to say.
Not by the door, I'd stay a bit back.
A bit back from the door? All right. So I'll put you here. And he's over here.
So they're all making a puddle of vomit in the corner and being horribly agitated. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Sealing was not the good word for that, but I feel like if this was the entryway to that basement, I feel the rest of this may rattle them further. The rest of the house, while still grim, may at least be less grim. Perhaps giving them the time to gather themselves. And
Elise does lift ahead, though. I heard something.
Where? What?
And she looks upstairs.
Ah. Yes, let's venture upstairs then. By the way, inwardly, like Alistair is just like, I really want to stall and hope these guards come through. And you know, because fresh faces might boost morale right now. or beat Frank unconscious again.
I hope not.
Like, we're just, like, resigned, like, it's gonna be Frank being like, oh, hello there!
And they're just like friendly guards for the rest of the game are just going to beat the shit out of Frank. Just why? Why not? Because fuck Frank. Okay, so these two are now. Are you holding on until they basically recover themselves?
Is there any sort of... You know what? I'm going to suggest that we move them into the middle. I'll take point alongside Elise, because as so far I've managed to brace myself a bit better against the horrors of this house.
Okay.
Would you be okay with, like, staying in the rear with Delilah and making sure they're well guarded and able to sort of gather their wits in safety, protected by the rest of us?
Who are you saying this to?
Them. Both of them. I mean, it's like being like, hey, Frank, sit alongside Delilah. And then Delilah might just, like, flip me off and be like, I don't need any help.
I mean, I believe that was, like, for the most part, our same formation.
It's me swapping with Kai, essentially.
Yeah. Kai's okay with that. You can go up front, whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Being up front has not helped him any. There's no
and
loot.
Frank is trying to cheer them up with religion. He's like, well, regardless of how you die, every soul returns to the cycle.
All right. So you've got Kai up front with Elise. Who's in the middle?
No, Alistair and I switch places. I'm in the middle. Front.
It's Kai and Miguel in the middle.
Yeah.
There you are, Miguel. All right, so Alistair up front, and then you got Frank and Delilah in the back. Okay,
Yes.
so in that case, you said you were heading upstairs now?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
And the door's kicked open.
They kick the door open, run in, beat the shit out of Frank, and leave. Why? Because they're assholes. Like that's
Nah, it's
obvious
cat
now.
things. It's cat things. Why is cat just cat things? I mean,
Anyway,
Frank could.
So you start heading up the stairs. Now the stairs in question are very extremely creaky. It doesn't so much matter if you're tapping the in front of you with a staff, unless you're going to walk up every step and literally bring the staff down like a hammer and try and smack.
No,
through
fuck
these
that.
forward.
I'm just going slow then.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not.
Most
It's
people
the
do
the stairs are not going to be quiet anyways, because Elise is still like what, partially armored.
Yes, she is, and she is like right up there with you.
Yeah, so I'm just like holding on to the railing quite tightly.
All right. So, moving along this way. So now, as for the two of you who are like, vomiting horribly, or were horribly vomiting, you're doing better now. You're able to kind of get a grip on yourselves, recenter your minds, focus a little bit. But like I say, that's not a pleasant experience and not one you want to go through again. But you will repeat it over and over again. Anyway.
Sasha, please.
But hopefully you never have to go through that again. But you will.
So reassuring.
Oh yeah, see, very. Okay, so thus far you're in a hallway. Now, as you come around the corner, you're noting a few things. First, there seems to be another room over here that seems to be above the kitchen and sitting area. There's another room down the hall that doesn't seem to have a door to it. There is a room here that has a door, and a room there that has a door. And
Just gonna mark these with like red paint if I can.
I mean, I figure we're probably just going to do the same thing, check the closest door each time. So
Oh yeah.
I don't think we even need to mark them.
I like doing it, okay? Look, don't take this from me. Is anyone contrary to us checking out...
Don't forget, there's a door here.
Yeah, is anyone contrary to us taking the closest door?
Sure, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
I say, still kind of vomiting.
Sure, let's go.
You've got this, Silver Spoon.
I believe in you, Silver Spoon, this one time.
I believe I can fly.
I believe
Okay.
you'll make a very good distraction.
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 Distraction. All right. Well then, as Elise and I almost called you Mode. As Elise and Alistair are going in first, you get to make agility checks. Da-da-da.
Oh. No.
Ooh. Ooh. Well, that might be good for you.
This is gonna be something horrible like tap, 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 and then like fucking an armoire just falls on me. Tapping the floor with the staff, and there's an armoire behind the door just is upended and lands on me.
So you walk through the door, and the floor immediately gives way beneath you.
Can
Now-
I twist my staff so it catches in the fucking hole?
Now, here's the thing. If it were just one of you, that would be one thing. But it is not just you that is going to have to try and avoid this, but also Elise. A big hole opens up in the floor. And
Fuck.
given your agility check, you fail.
Yep.
Now, here's the thing. Elise rolled a nat 20. So Elise, like, as this thing starts breaking, grabs the side of the wall and leaps over this pit that's opening up. And then looks down to you, and because she got the 20, she does have a chance to do something else. And she brings her blade down and says, "Catch!" And she swings it down towards you. Now, she's bringing the flat end of the blade towards you, but that's all she's got as a weapon and something for you to hold on to, so... Do you want to try and catch the sword, or do you just want to plummet to the floor below?
You know, fuck it. I'll try and catch the sword.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. You're going to be rolling with a Bane. And if you fail by, let's say, anywhere between 1 and 3, you're still going to catch the sword, but you're going to be you're hurt by it.
That's fine.
Nope. You didn't fail by 1 and 3. Congratulations. Okay.
I just fall.
So, yeah, you go to grab the sword, and you just go, and you just miss, and... And do you want to roll your damage, or shall I?
You go for it.
All right. So you drop through the floor.
It doesn't incap me.
It does not incap you, which is good. And all that really happens is, you land on a sort of pile of waterlogged, disgusting books, and there's a loud bang of course as you hit the floor. And you get to be in pain. Glorious.
I
You can
have
see
that
Elise.
healing solve, right?
Yeah, the what? Right?
I have the healing solve, right?
Nope,
The salve,
I still do.
Ha!
Do I at least know it's a healing solve at this point?
Yeah, he told you guys.
Yeah.
I could use that solve, perhaps.
Once you get back up here,
At least
yeah.
the sentence. Are you breathing?
Yeah,
Oh, you seem to be.
and yeah, I'm slowly hustling my injured ass back upstairs.
Well, you will be.
Oh god.
But unfortunately,
Make a stare check.
Unfortunately,
no.
rats jump
Unfortunately.
out.
Actually, yeah, you broke through the floorboards and large squeaking rats fell through, and some of them climbed upstairs. So you now have a few rats upstairs and a few rats downstairs.
I'm dead. Oh boy.
Whoa.
Alistair, we barely knew ye.
Yeah.
Oh well, time to go be robot band.
And 3 rats upstairs.
Ripperoni, pepperoni, silver spoon.
One with her and... Okay.
I'm having flashbacks to the Amber Temple already.
You guys have barely got into the Amber Temple. This is
2
much
moments.
nicer.
Who died?
Technically, we could have gone in this room first, which split the party and then threw monsters at us.
Yeah, that would have been bad. In any case. So, Alistair, there are 2... They look a little stunned, like they've just fallen from the roof, so they're not exactly like putting on boxing gloves. So there are 2 rats down on the floor with you. They seem to be, as I said, a little unsure of themselves at the moment. As far as the ones upstairs, these 3 big rats are up there, and they all seem very aware of what's going on, and very eager to chew on you.
I'm going to try in fast action just fucking club the one directly in front of me. If I can kill one of them, that'll be good stuff. Is anyone... Also! Help!
I believe Miguel needs a moment to quickly fix his net. And other than that...
Yeah, give me just a few, because it's at like 0.14 megabits per second download.
Yeah, no worries. We'll resume in a few moments.
We're just on hold. La da 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 da. I'll resolve
The music that they play when you're on hold with like.
I mean,
big
with the editor's probably gonna cut this part out.
Well, yeah, but
hope.
for us, too bad we don't have like Fred Boat.
Hey, don't make me sing you some music songs.
Oh god, please no.
Music songs.
Music song.
That wasn't like a request to do it. I was just.
Music songs.
Mm-hmm.
We're waiting.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ.
I
Stop.
told my friend that Kai was like a cat boy, and I was like, yeah, he could turn into a cat. And apparently that didn't really register with him, because I sent him a picture of the map, and he was like, why is there a cat? And I was like, it's Kai. And he was like, why is Kai a cat? And I was like, I told you.
Like
He was
literal cat boy.
like literal cat boy.
And not the animu shit.
Yeah, not
Real
anime.
one.
Though he could probably do the animu shit.
Oh, could. Maybe. Potentially, eventually, maybe.
I'd say right now though, Delilah X Kai would be dangerously furry.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my lord.
Is that just gonna be the whole thing?
Oh yeah,
even
yeah,
if-
no. This is already...
Even if Alistair dies, like, Frank's gonna keep it going.
Oh yeah, that's part of the thing. I laid the foundation, and Frank was like, I'm okay with Alistair convincing me with that will check. So yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, I was like, no check needed. I'm down.
I'm down with this. So are the rats actually stunned down here?
Not stunned as in incapable of acting, but suffice to say, they aren't fully aware right now, so they have a bit lower defense, and if you were to say, like, sprint past them, they might not be as effective at trying to bite you in the ankles.
They would still get free actions against me, though, and my rolls have been shit. Minus
They
my
might.
will rolls.
They might. Anyways, so is
I'm smacking a
anyone
bitch.
is anyone taking a slow action, or is everyone taking a fast action?
Oh, can we see
Fast.
the rats too? I didn't realize.
You can see. Where are you? You're right here, right? Or here?
I'm right. I was there, so I'm going underneath the dwarf.
Okay, so you're with Miguel. Okay, so yeah, you
Yeah,
can see
the not dwarf.
this rat, that rat over there, this big hole in the floor that those who did fall through and almost fell through. And you can see that rats fell through the floor. So given where you are, you can see that rat. But you can't actually see Alistair and the
You
other
hear
rat.
Alistair.
You hear Alistair going, help! Which sounds bad, but he's probably just going to be eaten.
We'll take a fast action then.
Fast action. Do.
I
right.
guess I'll resolve my... Oh, yeah.
Sounds like everybody's going fast, so... Well, one rat's taking fast, one rat's taking slow, the others are all taking fast. Alistair, you do your thing, man.
Staff is 1d6 plus 1, right?
Let's check the sheet. It'll be weird if it's so, but apparently it is. Oh yeah, because it's finesse. It doesn't matter. A lot of it. Okay,
Thump.
so it's whack, and you smack this rat, and it just goes. You just crush it.
Oh, it's dead?
It's dead.
Oh, thank God.
Squeaky dead rat.
He's looking really fiercely at the other one.
It's looking really fiercely at him. It's well, aside from looking like it's just been kicked in the head, it's like.
It took falling damage too. Oh.
Possibly not. But either way.
You figured it out. So proud of you.
Congratulations. You did a thing. But no,
All
seriously.
right. I guess Miguel's gonna try to smack one of these rats.
All right.
Smack that.
Ew, what? All right, so I would ask which one, but it doesn't matter. Miguel kind of like, all right, you bitches. And he swings it down, the rat just leaps to the side.
No, not even all right, you bitches, just ah!
Elise goes to quickly skewer this thing. She is, I'll be right. I've got an accent now. Anyways, yeah, I'll be right there. She tries to stab her rat. Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Okay, so she flicks
That was a
her-
natural 20
Yes,
for the people.
And she flicks her wrist, twists it to the side, and the rat's head comes clean off before she turns and leaps down into the hole, but can't quite manage to get all the way there. So she's like in the process of leaping down into the hole for the next action.
Nice.
She's paused midair.
She's just the most dramatic as fuck thing in our party, to be honest. She's
Yeah.
what we'd be with class levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. So you have okay. So who hasn't gone? Frank hasn't gone. Kai hasn't gone. Delilah hasn't gone.
Kai's gone. Kai hits one above, like directly north of our character. Thangy.
Okay. You may roll for owies. Okay, so it's barely, but your claws flick out and you kind of stab it in the throat. It hisses and turns and it tries to bite you, but it just bleeds out a little too fast and it dies.
Hot.
I feel like these rats are...
Delilah, once again. I have to do everything myself.
I guess there's only one left. Or they're all dead. Okay.
No,
Except for
there's-
one. There's one downstairs you don't know about.
Oh, you're still here like the... Help?
You also
You also
took Elise
also took a
jumped
fast
through
action.
and- Oh!
So, Frank.
Do I want to try to jump down there?
Yes, do you?
Are you
I mean,
athletical,
he's technically
man?
fine, but I don't know that. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'll jump down.
Oh, yeah!
Okay, well, make a strength check to avoid taking damage.
Feel like it's a nat 20.
Or
oh.
you could try it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Covering Mr. Vaeri.
Okay. Oh, what could it be this time? Okay, so something unfortunate, something painful for 2, or something debilitating. I mean, last time we got all the
Man.
nat 20s. Now it's all the nat 1s.
Unfortunate and painful. That's
Yeah, unfortunate,
Unnatural.
painful for 2, or debilitating.
We played Darkest Dungeon. We know how debilitating gets.
I'll go with unfortunate. Oh no!
He gets stuck.
Now we're okay. So Frank turns and where the hell are you? Oh yeah, you're back here. And he's like, "I'm coming, Alistair, for Linda." And he hops down, and he lands directly on top of the rat. It's dead. Now, however, with his typical battle cry of, like, I know, like, I'm kind of ad-libbing with for Linda, but what are you actually? Are you saying anything as you jump down?
Yeah, I was just saying, I'll be right there, Mr. Vaeri.
Okay. Well, as he lands on the rat and going, Mr. Vaeri, he like mulches it with his feet, and blood shoots up and flies into his mouth.
Rabies.
You now have rabies.
Babies.
And the sad part is with the game, that might be truth.
The funny thing
I
is,
have 12 diseases.
all at once. So the thing is, if you do have rabies, going by something else, that means that you're going to be kind of inaccurate, but you're going to hit like a truck.
Yes. Are you okay, Frank? I take it Elise like dramatically lands between us at this point.
Elise lands, it's boom, and she like, lands with the almost superhero landing. She pulls out her sword, she looks around, she looks at Frank, she's well done.
You might want to
He's kind of
that
spitting. And he's like, I don't feel the greatest right now.
Alistair goes over to Frank, sort of takes his arm, pats him on the shoulders like a thank you, and then it's like we should catch up to the others. And then Alistair starts like awkwardly moving to like just walk upstairs and catch up with everyone. Also, I think whatever's in here probably knows we're here now.
Kind of says, do you really think so?
I mean, it could be deaf. I don't know.
Speaking of, how's the top floor crew going?
Top crew is fine. They're like, Elise is now downstairs, so yeah, those are dead and blah, blah, blah. But as for you upstairs, well, the rats are all dead, so you're fine.
Wanted to make sure nobody was coming out and going, surprise, motherfucker.
We just walk upstairs, all your chests are pulled apart, like, oh, what did we miss? Backs up downstairs.
Oh no, choir boy.
Oh no. Injuries. Maybe we can give them a healing potion. You pour it in, it just goes through the holes in their chest. I don't think this is working, guys.
Oh no, whatever will we do? My condolences, choir boy. But yeah, I guess we go upstairs since it doesn't seem like they are venturing without us. Or do you guys want to check a door without us?
No. We're the two. We both have 2 insanity. Leave us alone.
That's a good
Delilah
point. You do
doesn't.
have insanity.
Delilah
Delilah's just like, Delilah doesn't give a fuck, man. She's like, whatever. Yeah, you're scared. Yeah, rats. I have been dispatching these things single-handedly with my sword of awesomeness. And
So,
my ad-libbing aside, she actually has.
like, Alistair sort of like catches up to you guys, chest huffing, and he like reaches over to Miguel. It's like, I could actually use that potion now.
You
Please.
survived, Silver Spoon. I'm shocked.
So am I. Potion, please.
Yeah, I hand it over.
I drink
Okay.
it.
You heal 2 hit points.
Oh yeah, that delicious 2 health. I go back to the door we just like fell through, and I peek my head around the corner and look to see if there's anything of note in that room, or if it was just like a decrepit room that probably no one's entered in a while because people would just fall through the floor.
Well, it looks like it once held the furniture that's downstairs in the storage.
Nothing else to note?
That's all that's in there, aside from blood. from rats.
Okay. Let's carry forward then. You take point, Lise. I will be right behind you.
She just kind of looks at you. Okay. What I will do here is... Because you quickly explore the area, and you find there's not actually much else here.
So there's a sound upstairs, but nothing?
Yeah, there doesn't appear to be anything up here. You quickly, as I said, you glance around, you check and make sure the floor's not just going to fall out from underneath you. And after a few checks, well, there doesn't seem to be anything around.
I have
Could've
a
been the
thought.
rats.
No, I have a thought.
That's not nice to say about Lovi.
I'm going to venture towards the room that I fell to the floor of, and I want to try and very carefully creep around the hole. Yes.
Very carefully.
Yes. Okay, I got it. But to very carefully creep around the floor. And I'm going to check the walls, because if we look at the difference between the spacing, or is there if we look over, is there just a banister and a straight drop down, or is there wall when we're on the second floor?
You mean if you look over this railing here?
Yeah, is it
you see the
straight drop?
bottom floor from up here.
Okay, so there isn't another continued room. Nope. Yeah, it was probably just the rats then. Right, that leaves one thing left to explore. The basement. Was there any windows on the bottom floor that we can peek out of, by the way?
Excuse me.
It's all been boarded up.
The windows in here have all been boarded up.
Fuck. Does anyone want to... I very carefully lean over to Miguel and I'm like, do you want to carefully check the front door, see if the guests have arrived or are in view? We've been here for a while, right?
You mean the guards there?
Yeah.
You've been here for about an hour so far. And you check the front door, and they're not coming. Not that you can see.
Fuck.
Well, this isn't the greatest place to visit, and he spits. I wouldn't recommend the local cuisine either.
Okay. I think though, yeah. Let's head to the basement. Delilah,
is there anything we could try to cover the corpse with for the spooked people?
Actually, you know what would be a really good suggestion? Myself, Elise, and Delilah, who all seem not bothered, we could move that corpse from that location over to, the kitchen. Just get it out of everyone's way.
With the other corpse?
Yeah. Whatever.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck, apparently. With my rules of, 15 will or higher, I just don't give a fuck.
4 on everything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, man. You're playing to type.
I did kill a singular goddamn rat.
That you did. Congratulations.
Yeah, go me.
Okay, but seriously. So is that what you're doing? You're dragging this corpse from this mutilated, bloody, ripped up corpse from where it is over to the kitchen?
Yeah, oh wait, it's ripped up. How intact is the actual clothes?
Shredded. Just anything that was in the way, apparently, of them being excised, was excised as well.
Does it look like it was, how does it look? Claws,
That's not your forte, you have no idea.
Fuck. God damn it,
Something
occult. You know what? I asked Elise, by the way, the thing around here, is that an animal did this to him, or?
She's giving it a look.
No, the shredding through the clothes, because I mean
I know. Yeah, she's giving it a look. What's bothering me is that it looks feral, but it's very precise.
I noticed the missing organs, which is why it's weird. and there's some things that were left behind.
I'd call it an animal attack, except the cuts look very specific in their placing.
Could it be considered like it was staged to look like an animal attack?
I can't rule that out.
Well. Is there any symbols or anything on this cloak or not?
No.
Okay, is the cloak just a single type of color?
Yep, it's just deep violet.
Okay. I am going to take my dagger and cut a small, I guess, a patch of it out.
Alright, you can mark that down.
If no one was watching, I'd probably cut that tattoo out too.
That's a bit grim for him. At
A
this point in time.
little bit, but at the same time, that mildly falls into profession right there. Because I'm currently symbol these robes. But, square patch of ultraviolet robes. The ultravioletliest.
So, the question is, are you all going downstairs now?
Yeah, Delilah, you
Go
seem
ahead.
adept at dispatching things. Could you take point with where venture?
Sure.
Sure.
you.
Maybe we'll run across some more rats that I can kill for all of you.
I killed 2 rats with my bare hands.
Oh yeah, by the way, how does sadism work?
Well, let me
I don't gain any bonuses from it. It's just
Oh,
it's a thing I like.
Oh, that.
I only gain bonuses from the masochism, sadly.
wow.
Wow.
The fact that you even rolled that is...
That's a thing you can do.
Yeah,
Yeah, if I take 5 hit points at once, I get a boon for the next whatever thing I do.
For the next round, yeah.
I'm not standing in the very back since I don't want to be the first guy that the guards see if they go behind us.
I mean,
Alright, so-
I'll be in the very, very back, and then Frank.
You're always in the
Very?
Yeah, so I can fall down the stairs and catch everyone with me.
Wrong character.
Or is it Modi in disguise? Okay, so as stated, Elise won't let anyone go in front of her. Anywhere. And unfortunately, the stairs you're going to go down are in a more narrow variety.
Single
so
file?
She's taking point. Anyone who else who is coming is going behind her. So, Delilah, are you going to take second point right behind her?
Yeah.
Okay. And after that? Who's in third?
I'll go third.
Okay. Miguel, do you want to be at the rear, since we've cleared out most of the house and it should be safe behind us, or would you rather be in the middle of our group?
I'll probably be in the middle.
Okay.
Julia knows what he's doing.
Frank?
Do you want to be in the very back or the second last?
Nah, like I said, I'm not gonna be
Okay.
in the very back.
I'm going to be at the very back.
All right, then.
With my very obvious, did I actually mention? I don't think I mentioned on this thing, but I was like, I'm just gonna strap my shield very obviously to my back in case I get stabbed in the back.
Oh, I remember.
I'm just saying that for the point of the audience, in case I'm like, did I say that during the show? Because that's
Yeah,
the
good point.
thing.
I don't remember if you did.
Because I definitely cannot use a shield with a staff. It's two-handed. All right.
All right. So you march downstairs. So,
Down
You-
we go.
you move down darkened stairs into an area that is much darker than the area above. Delilah, you can still see fine. I believe you have the ability to see in like darkness.
Yep.
Whereas for Kai, you're seeing things shadowy, so it's not that easy to see down here, but you're all right. Now, all right.
My
you felt-
character just disappeared.
Oh no.
I think I deleted the wrong thing.
You
I was trying to circle the blood.
Here, Control Z if you can.
I tried that. It doesn't let me do that.
Rip.
Oh, that's a pain. Oh well.
Rip.
I guess you don't have a character anymore. Sorry, you deleted.
I guess I'm just
The
dead.
easy, I was gonna say the easy.
Well,
fix
I
is
have
literally,
my-
like go to your character sheet and just drag it onto the page.
You're there.
I don't. Oh, cool.
Wait,
Gracias.
that works?
Magic powers. Now, now, do you still have that torch up there? Because I haven't been mean to you yet, there, Vaeri, but you can't use your two-handed weapon while you're.
Yeah, I mean, I could pass it to one of the people who have a one-handed weapon. Looks at Delilah.
Is punch one-handed?
Actually, also, yes. I'm pretty sure punch is one-handed.
You're correct.
Ah, man, you grab your fist with your other fist and it makes it stronger.
Yeah, I've just been carrying it with, like, the fist that's under the thin wisps of beard I have.
Go.
It does 0
go
damage because I'm
full-on
not Chuck
Captain
Norris.
Not
James
Taurus,
Tiberius
you are
Kirk.
not.
I'll carry the torch. Yeah.
Okay.
So then the room is lighting up, so no one's having difficulty seeing. But you discover a not so fun fact. At least everyone but Delilah does, because Delilah doesn't actually notice. The smell was not coming from upstairs. The smell was coming from down here. And it is far worse down here. It is nauseatingly bad. As you come down into a room coated with a mixture of both fresh and old blood, almost everywhere, and you can see around. So, there we go. There we go. You can see 6 dismembered corpses in the room, and in the far corner you see a familiar body. It's missing a few pieces. You see Father Gregory. You can see there's a mass of blood around his left eye, and his left leg and right arm are missing. He's slumped in the corner. But, for him, the injuries are actually crudely stitched up.
He's still alive.
Hopefully.
Now you can also see an iron vault standing in the middle of the room, with its door open.
Is that all that's in this room?
All that you can see at a glance.
Uh,
For instance, you can't see inside the iron vault from where you stand, for example.
Do you know? Which way is the door facing?
Clear up that room there.
Like, is it facing so that, like, we could close it from the direction, or would we have to circle around to close it?
X is Gregory. And the door is open. You can kind of see it open like this, so. Like that.
So the door is, like, we
So
can...
the door would have opened this way.
Okay, so it's open away from us, though. Like, there's the back of
If
the
you go
vault
down
face.
this way, you'll be walking towards Gregory, and you'll be able to see through the into the vault. If you go around this way, you will be standing behind the heavy iron door.
I gesture towards everyone. And it's like a pointing around and then making a pushing motion at, like, the vault.
Now, if everyone could make me a perception check.
Cool. Stupid mouse. I need a new mouse.
Oh, man, that 18.
Oh,
man,
that's 6.
that 0.
What the?
How did you get a 0, Frank?
I have a bane because of my
you rolled a
disease.
6 and the bane.
Oh my god, you actually have a disease.
Yep. He is diseased from diseased rat blood landing in his mouth.
That's amazing.
Is it amazing?
You should have kept some in your mouth to spit it in the mouth of the fairies.
Spiteful as hell.
Although, at least I know now, my stick is covered in disease-infecting blood.
Possibly, but keep in mind, none of you actually know he's diseased. Not even him.
Yeah, I know. It's the depression. Otherwise, I'd be like, and now to...
Your staff now does poison damage.
My staff now does poison damage and can be used as a suppository to kill things faster.
All right, so you... Ew. Right, so you got a perfect 0 because you got a natural 6 on your Bane.
Yeah.
So, Frank, you hear a whisper from inside the vault. Is that Linda's voice? Delilah and Alistair, you hear a hiss from inside the vault. But Frank, you're sure you hear your name whispered from inside that vault.
I hiss back at it.
Okay, so you hear someone whisper, you've Linda whisper your name from inside the vault, and in response, Delilah goes,
I'm doing my gesture thing, and like very quietly to like, can we actually all sort of move into the room so we're like, I don't know, puddled?
You can't take a group action right now because you're all...
I mean, I'm like off the stair though, right?
You're barely in the room. Like everyone's crowded up ahead of you.
I can talk to Tulio. Then it's
You can, but first I want to see what Frank is doing.
Oh fuck.
Okay, so Frank is like, he's like staring at the vault in disbelief, and he's like, "Is that?" And he's walking slowly into the vault, or across the room towards the vault door.
All right.
What are you doing?
Alistair, what were you going to say to Tulio? Or Miguel, excuse me? Magulio?
Tulio. Let's grab Delilah and Elise and push that vault closed. I heard something in there.
Alistair, you got an 18, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Because you can also hear...
Now it's
from
getting
upstairs.
Out. Oh.
Where you all just came from.
Also, there's something behind us. Move.
Oh, lovely.
Move.
We're gonna die.
Move.
Yeah, I'm hustling forward to, I guess, scoop people forward, and it's like, we need to close that vault now.
Yeah, I
strong, so
try
you
and
kinda...
close it.
Yeah,
So
it's
Delilah,
less
you're
so the
quickly
strength of
hurrying
pulling them
around
forward, but
over
more
here.
like the insistence. Yes.
Okay, so Delilah's quickly hurrying around this way. Now, keep in mind, there's only so much room in here, so... Who else? Like, you can, at most, have one other person try and push on that side, and they're not going to be able to do it very
Elise.
well. Elise just kind of looks at you. She's just...
Something in there.
We need to get Gregory now. If we try
Yes,
to close
there's
that
something
vault,
in
it's
the
going to
vault.
leap out and kill him.
That's why I'm like, close the vault. Get it stuck in there. It's in the vault still.
That door is heavy. If you move it, it's going to kill him.
Would he be caught in the door?
No. What she's most likely saying is the door is heavy and it's iron. So if you start pushing it, it's not like it's going to swing shut like a boss door. If you start pushing on it, she's concerned whatever's inside is going to come out and kill Gregory.
Well, Frank is probably walking towards this door if they're just
I just go like, Frank's gonna distract it, me and Tulio will grab Gregory. Done!
Kai doesn't exist.
What is
I mean,
doing?
why would I ask Choir Boy for anything?
You're right. But, I'm gonna follow Frank, because I'm like, why are you walking at it?
Because like Choir Boy would passively aggressively just tell me you're not the boss of me.
You're right.
So Miguel, given where you moved, you're trying to stop Frank, right?
I'm going this way.
Miguel died.
Magulio. Me gusta. That's a good one. Maguka. Make contract.
Is this what the editors cut out?
Maguka is... These are the moments the editors cut out. Unless they keep some of it. Oh, hey, you're back.
Yeah.
So what are you doing, Maguka?
Well, I figured the plan was for us to try to grab Gregory and try to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're trying to grab Frank?
No?
He's trying to grab Gregory.
Yeah, apparently choir boys are going after Frank. That works well. It's the two weak mages that are going after Gregory.
Okay.
Oh, I'm letting Frank go first.
Okay. Okay.
There ain't
Yes,
no
I guess
need for me
I'm
to
like
stick
next
my
to
neck
Gregory
out.
looking in the door.
Oh, poor Frank. I feel bad for you, man. Not really, but I
Oh
sort
my
of.
god, my cat just opened my door. Hold on.
Oh no. It's
I feel bad for me.
I mean, hey, Kai, use your hunky cat boy muscles to maybe, I don't know, strength check Frank and prevent him from looking.
Frank the Frank.
I mean, we were trying to stop him. We believe in you.
Believe in Steve.
I'm back. I barricaded my door.
Okay, did you catch what I said?
No.
You said you were trying to stop Frank, right?
I was kind of following Frank, like, what are you doing?
Oh no, he seems to be ignoring you. So it's are you gonna watch him round the corner, or are you gonna try and stop
no,
him?
I'm gonna reach out and try to grab him. That doesn't seem safe, considering how everyone else is reacting.
Okay.
I mean, you also heard Alistair say there's something in there.
Yeah, that's part of the reacting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so you're trying to grab Frank and pull him back. Okay. Well, Frank, how are you responding to this? You're not in a trance or anything, so you can still choose your action. What? She's like. Grabbing.
He.
DM fucks up the gender.
Damn it. There's two. There's two.
He turns to Kai and says, I think I heard Linda's voice in there. I was sure I heard someone call my name.
I don't think Linda's in there. I know Linda's dead, right?
You have no idea. No one has ever met Linda.
No one
Okay.
knows who the hell
I'm just
Linda
gonna
is.
say Linda's not in there. Linda's not in there.
But how do you know? We have to check.
I don't think people would try to be shutting the vault door on Linda.
Oh fuck.
Speaking of which, hey Delilah, make me a strength check. You're trying to push a big iron vault door closed.
Do it.
Praise for my strength luck.
Holy shit! Nat 20! Do we get to Little Nightmares this on, like, whatever the
Delilah
fuck's in
quickly,
there?
runs up, grabs the door. Elise is trying to help her. They're both pushing. And Delilah's just like moving this thing. And from inside, you hear this. And whatever was inside that had been waiting, and clearly had been waiting for an opportune moment, is forced and just leaps out immediately.
What is that?
Oh, I'll say it in a sec.
The ghoul. Ghoul. Ghoul.
I love him.
It is not a bunch of fairies wearing a trench coat.
It's 7-foot ghoul.
It could have been 7 feet of fairies.
Actually, it's not. It's only like this thing's hunched, but it might only be like about 5 feet tall.
Oh no,
He's shorter than me.
But whatever it is,
it's only 5 feet tall.
It's vaguely humanoid. It's got gray, pallid skin that's like covered in pockmarks and holes. It's got these long, jagged nails that have like solidified and calcified into claws. Its teeth look vaguely humanoid, but the canines have grown far too long. And it's got this dark, pulsing purple tongue that's full of like, this undoubtedly rotten blood. And that turns its wide eyes towards you, and it growls deep under its breath. And it is frightening. So, everyone, except Delilah, make me a will check.
Hey, Sash. I don't really like my luck on these today. Could I not?
Oh, thank God. Finally.
Okay, I use Epiphany.
That was a natural 20.
I am burning
Thank
the
God I'm
Epiphany
not playing
scroll to do
Victoria.
this.
You're burning what, sorry?
The Epiphany scroll. lets me use it.
Oh, you have to use it before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah, you use the triggered action to cast a spell when you make a challenge roll or an attack roll. I used 15.
I would hope so.
No, you used 13.
Goodbye, Epiphany Scroll. You are so pretty.
We know you well. Well, actually, we did. That's kind of the point here.
I mean, I do like you describing that spell, though, for the purpose of other peeps.
So, Frank, do you have any insanity right now? No, correct?
Nope.
Okay. Frank is frightened for 2 rounds. So I'll describe this in a second.
How much insanity did he get?
And you cannot take fast turn.
How much insanity did he get?
None.
Oh. Groovy.
That's not what the trait does. Okay, so this thing is not what you're expecting. You're expecting to see Linda, and this thing is some horrifying nightmare, and like, forget your books. This thing, like, is the things you decided not to write about because you felt that gnawing pit in your stomach that told you maybe you shouldn't go so far. And for just a moment, the world starts to like blur around you as your spine tenses up, and this feeling like a claw grabs your stomach and clenches tight. It's hard to move and hard to think and hard to breathe. And you are frightened for 2 rounds. You have another Bane, and you cannot take fast actions. Alyssa also appears to be freaking out a little bit. She stopped. She backs.
Elise?
Elise, yes. And she grabs her jaw, and her shoulders tense up. What is that? Okay.
Also, side note, is Sasha a lot lower now?
I think they lowered their voice to be more dramatic.
Yeah, well, also the other half is trying to sleep.
Ah.
Okay. So, it's time for Ghoul School.
Also, Choir Boy and Tulio are in front of me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one isn't tall enough, and I heard something upstairs. There's a second one coming.
Oh, joy.
Fun.
And you know the only one close enough? The only one right next to the stairs.
No matter how far Arlie runs, he can never escape the stairs in a form.
Yeah, I know, right?
So, Frank, you have to take a slow action. You don't have a choice. Everyone else, fast or slow?
I'm taking a fast action.
Slow.
I'm going to take a slow action. We're going to see what other people do.
By the way, side note, Arlyeon, did you bump up Sasha on your end?
Sasha sounds fine on my end, actually. But
okay. I was just saying, since he quieted down,
I have
it's all
Sasha,
one audio track.
I have him set to 200% on mine.
Okay.
He's always bumped up on mine. But yeah, I'm gonna go first if no one's contrary to that, because I can't do much.
I think everyone else is slow action.
Yeah, I gave my warning to Tulio and Choir Boy, and then he just immediately dips around the corner and presses up against the vault and, sort of stares over at Elise, who's, I guess freaking out, and also at Delilah, who he decides then to, fill in of, there's another one coming.
Which reminds me, Delilah, you can choose to now slam that door shut. You have a nat 20. You can do that.
I slammed the door shut.
Boom.
Congrats, now we can't get it open and we don't know what's inside.
Oh, we can totally get it open after we kill everything.
Maybe.
If we don't all die.
Sorry, I love the little icon. It's just adorable.
It is the cutest knife murderer.
That's not a knife. That's a limb.
Yep.
Wow.
In that case, hey Frank.
Uh-oh.
Sorry to tell you this. You're the nearest one to it.
Linda!
Okay, it's kind of like, is this what Linda looks like? Is this a Linda?
And Frank, I have a question.
What was that?
What do you have on your person?
I've got a sack, a candle, a water skin, bread. I don't know if I ate that or not. A tinderbox. And my staff and some patched clothing.
Okay, just checking.
Do you have like a holy symbol from your like church or
Nope.
anything? Okay. Maybe we should have gotten those since we're going into an unholy devil house.
Okay.
Mmm.
That doesn't look good.
No.
It's really good.
He is going to go to town on your face.
You might, yeah. Hey, you're not dead. Okay.
Wow. And am I not dead? Because
You're
I can see that roll. And
You're unconscious.
You get to make fate rolls, but you are dropped.
Also, you are fatigued as you're unconscious. So you now have 3 pains. Okay, so you all watch as this thing reaches out its arms and they keep going. Like, this thing is only 5 feet tall from what you can tell, but it's got reach of a giant as it grabs Frank and drags him forward. Its fingers clutching his throat and squeezing tighter and tighter, claws puncturing through the blood in his neck, and it actually grabs his shoulder and pulls it. You can hear a sharp crack as it starts to just chow down on the side of his shoulder and part of his neck, shoveling the blood and siphoning it out of his body and inside of its own gullet.
Yummy.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, oh no. Well, he's unconscious anyways, it doesn't matter. Okay. So it's like none of you are sure if Frank is still alive. Frank, you're still alive right now. But none of you are sure if Frank is even still alive. It may have just killed him in one hit. So the question is, what do you do?
I do like that my icon just snapped upside down.
By the way, does anyone
we're
want to know
on
the
all
rules
the slow
for
actions?
dying? Yeah, this is slow action times. This is you guys.
I'm not gonna
look
go
at the rules.
first.
Delilah gonna go first?
You know what? Sure.
Okay.
I take a step over towards it, and I take a swing at it with my sword.
So, Delilah, you quickly rush. Are you just kind of swinging randomly to try and hit anywhere? Are you aiming for something?
No, I'm not aiming for a specific spot.
Okay. So Delilah just kind of moves in. She's taking Frank down. Like, again, you actually don't even fear this thing. You saw this horrid creature come out of nowhere, and honestly, it's kind of a meh. Your blade lashes out like it's just another human being to you. Catches it in the side and kind of rips through its chest slightly. You can feel that you've carved into one of its ribs, and it appears to be angry and in pain. But for now, far from down.
Tulio?
Yeah, Tulio's gonna...
No, for Tulio, just so you
Question,
know,
Sash.
Frank is in the way of you.
Just
Yeah,
a
I
question.
had a feeling. So there's no place that I can actually move to get up further, I'm assuming.
You can move around Miguel, or you're Miguel. You can move around Frank to try and fight, but you're going to be trying to fight over his prostrate body. And one sec. Yes, Arlie, what's up?
We're not playing with instant death rules, are we?
Not yet.
Oh, good. Oh, good. That would have killed you, Frank.
Yeah, I'm generally not a fan of instant death. But it's kind of boring. Listen, Tulio, go ahead.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try to just walk up and smack it upside the head.
All right, so you're going to try and... Now, here's a question. Do you want to try and make an agility check so that you can maneuver around Frank and get no penalty if you succeed, or more of a penalty if you fail? Or are you just going to accept a bane on your attack?
I guess I'll take the agility check.
Okay, so make an agility check. You succeed. Okay, so you can move up over Frank.
And smackety smackety.
Alright, and...
Boom shakalaka.
Alright, so you can... so are you aiming anywhere specific, or just...
I was aiming to smack it upside his head. Or the thing's head.
Alright, so you lean in, grab your staff, take a heavy swing, and the thing hisses and kind of tries to bite down on the staff, and you just club it directly in the face, knocked, reeling for a moment. You managed to actually... Looks like you've cracked its jaw, and it hissing as one of its teeth slowly drips out and drops down into Frank's body. And its nose curls with anger. There's also nose curls because you cracked it, but
Yeah.
Lots of nose curling.
Yeah.
Do I also have to make an agility check if I want to attack it?
You will. Now, here's the thing. You're going to need to make an agility check to get close enough to just attack with one Bane, because there's Frank there and Tulio's there.
Can I not
turning into
attack
a
if I
cat,
am
take
diagonal like this?
The problem is that there's a big iron vault there.
Oh, I forgot.
I was going to say, does transforming take an action or not?
It does.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess I'll make an agility check to try to...
So if you succeed, you're only taking one Bane to attack. If you fail, you're taking 3.
Okay. Does that succeed?
Wow.
Okay, so you basically are able to hop up against the wall, brace yourself against Tulia, who's just finished smacking this thing, and lean in. So now you are still getting the Bane, but regardless, you're able to just maneuver your way in, no problem.
Okay, well that's another with one bane.
That
Or
nat
negative
20
one. Do I put a negative 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That was agility, but okay.
Well, because I hit with agility.
Ah.
And then
so yeah, you may roll damage.
2. That's not bad.
Not bad at all. Okay. So, your claws rake out and you manage to slash the thing across the face. Now, it's already missing, its jaw is starting to come off, so that's not making it look a lot better. As your claws kind of catch on its jaw and, sink in and pull down. And for just a second, it feels like you're about to yank the jaw off of its body, which should not be a pleasant thing for you to do. For yourself or anyone else here. But, it seems to be firm enough to resist, and you kind of yank your claws back out again as it tries to bite your fingers off.
I think everyone acted.
The guard hasn't yet.
Elise is not actually, no. So Elise actually pulls out a crossbow and tries to aim around Delilah to shoot this. Because Elise is not in a good way, right?
Since I could see that, could I tell Delilah to duck?
Miguel, we should be wrapping up. Honestly, actually, probably now. We're probably just over, aren't we? Okay, well, she'll shoot and then we're wrapping up.
Damn it. Because, if this would wrap things up, wouldn't we have to go through the whole...
I have homework to do.
Yeah, okay.
That's that. She leans out, pulls out the crossbow, and die. And just puts a bolt right through the thing's head. It's done.
Oh, good.
Faces the wall and knows what it's done wrong.
Sorry.
No, it's
just I just got to see the other side of its icon.
So it's just pinned to the wall right now.
It's just got a bolt in its head and it just drops with an angry hiss.
Yeah, that thing was not 7 foot.
No,
there's still something else. Does it sound like there's anything on the inside of the vault? And does anyone want to check if Father Gregory is conscious?
There's no further tonight. We've already done it.
Damn it. Okay. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in to this episode of Windmill's Wake. If you want to actually add anything on to the outro, since you're a lot better at this generally. Sasha?
I was just going to tell people to watch the Twitch streams on Arlie's Twitch so you can join my cult. I'm CJ Ninja over there. I want more cult followers. Thanks.
All right. Yeah, you can find me at www.twitchtv.com/Arlyeon, and we also have things, obviously, on this channel of Crit Hit, where there is the slices of indie gameplay, interviews with developers, podcasts, and more of this tabletop goodness. Yeah, again, leave a comment. We'll try and get to them as best as we can. And if you do want to see more of this, feel free to hit that subscribe button and the little bell to be alerted when we do other things. Anything else to add there, though?
Think we're good?
Okay, good.
They seem to have, they have found one enemy, but perhaps there lays another in wait, if those footsteps upstairs are any indication. But we'll soon see.
It's the guards.
Lower the curtain.
It's the guards.